Welcome to Bartlow's Barbecue, and if you're looking for some backyard barbecue setup and patio setup ideas, this is the video for you. I'm going to show you a quick tour of my entire backyard and my backyard patio and backyard gazebo and setup to hopefully give you some inspiration and some ideas. I'm going to walk you through my budget, my limited space, my key learnings. Stick around and we'll get right into it. We're celebrating 10,000 subscribers on this channel and doing a giveaway. I want to say thank you for liking, subscribing, supporting the channel. You have been a blessing to me and my family, so thank you. And we want to be a blessing and give back to you. So we're doing a giveaway, and I've partnered up with some amazing partners. Doc is one of those companies I've been working with for a few years. They're going to send you a cooler and two 12-pack of their Doc zero sugar, or if you are sugar based, that's fine as well. Their cherry pepper flavored drink. It's really awesome. I love it. And then they're going to send that cooler. We're going to be sending you a Bartlow's barbecue bundle with my dust bowl, which is a garlic butter seasoning. And then we have sweet red dirt. If you know, you know. This is amazing. It's an all-purpose kind of a sweet heat rub. And then we just launched this a month ago. This is Heartland Hickory. It's a cherry barbecue sauce. Everything is Oklahoma made in Oklahoma with some Oklahoma themes with our names. So that is where I'm from and where I live. Hopefully you'll be blessed by that. We're also hooking you up with a meter plus, and hopefully that's something that you would enjoy. Our friends at Grill Blazer is going to be offering you a Grill Blazer grill torch, which is one of my favorite backyard tools. And then lastly, actually two more things. Kamado Joe has been a long partner and one I've been ambassador for them over the years, and they're going to be providing you with one of my favorite accessories, and it's the Jotisserie, and then also the Jotisserie basket. It's a new accessory they came out with maybe over a year ago, and they're going to be blessing you with the Jotisserie depending on the size you have, and the Jotisserie basket. Pretty awesome stuff. And then Jealous Devil is also going to be providing you some lump charcoal. These are all key things that I use in my backyard as a way to saying thank you. So the way to enter this giveaway is I'm going to have a giveaway image on the screen at some point in this video. All you got to do is watch the entire video, look for that image. I'll even say giveaway image and have the image. The way you enter is type in the comments what that image is, and you are officially entered to win. When this video goes live a week from that day, we'll keep the giveaway open for 1 week, and then we will draw a random winner. I'll give you 24 hours essentially to respond, letting you know that you won in the comments section, and even in my community tab. If I don't hear from you in that 24 hours, we'll draw another name. So happy entering the comments, and thank you for the support. Let me give you a quick backyard tour and talk you through the space. All right, here's my covered patio. This is where it all started. I used to have a grill, a single Kamado Joe right here before I had all of this, the TV, the refrigerator, the couch, even a misting system up here. But this is the hangout space. This is where we just relax, watch TV when it's cooler. This is where we come and eat as well after we cook. This is just a great spot. This is a spot I really needed to have for my family, so I didn't take over the entire backyard. Try to come up with some space that was really friendly to everybody. The next space is our fire pit zone and area. This is where we obviously hang out and light the fire pit. You know, do marshmallows with the kids, have friends over, neighbors over. It's a really fun spot, and we built this out a few summers ago. And then quickly, this is the gazebo, and I'll talk about this later, but we added this concrete pad here and the gazebo, and then also we come in through here, built this custom area here. This is my barbecue prep space with some storage, countertop, that's granite, and some corrugated metal with a light to make it pretty sweet. And then these are my Kamado Joes right here. And then my friends, I've got a new smoker on its way. It's gonna be an offset. Put in the comments, let me know which company you think I went with. Can't wait to showcase that, and hopefully in August. And then I've got a little zone here. Sometimes I put my Joe Jr. here, but I've got my Ash can here as well. And that kind of covers the entire backyard space and the key 3 areas. And now we'll break down the budget and my process. Let's talk about planning and budget. Now, each person's gonna be different how they might wanna go about their backyard barbecue planning and setup. For me, this was a course of 2 or 3 years of building upon each segment at a time. The living room, the backyard solo stove, fire pit area, the gazebo, and also the barbecue prep area. It all started in this area. I'll have a picture on the screen with just a Kamado Joe. I think a table that we had from Chicago when we moved home from Oklahoma. Over time, we added the couch, the refrigerator, the solo stove storage, the TV, the fan, and we even stained the concrete. And our philosophy has been to save up, make sure we have cash in hand, and not do a lot of financing for these small little things, projects. We try to do like 1 big project or maybe 2 projects a year that we save up cash for. And all of the things in our backyard came from barbecue revenue, which is awesome. I'm in nonprofit. I work at a church, so that for us, that's just, we're sensitive about that, and it takes us a little long to add on to our you know, different things that you dream of having. So this space, we spent about $2,000 with the stained concrete with the front of the front porch in the back. That's awesome, where you can just wipe things down really easily. You get stain drippings when we just had regular concrete. So we really like having that stained concrete personally. We're able to wash it off once a year. Then I was able to partner with some amazing companies over the years, and some of the products you see in this backyard barbecue setup, some items were given to us, but majority of it we paid for, but there's definitely a few things that helped along the way. But we added a fan, which we paid for. We bought our own TV and the mount. We added a misting system here because in Oklahoma it is super hot. But we got, I think, and I'll have all this breakdown in the description of the cost, but I think the mister system was about $100, $150. Works great. Had a friend of mine help me install that. I'm not the most handy man, but I had a lot of friends and family that helped me come over here and put this all together. Some of the things that are a little bit more complex. So we have the misting system. We added the TV. Had a friend of mine help me mount that to the brick of the house. We have a refrigerator. That was a content creation donation. And then we have storage from Solo Stove, which was a product review I did. And then also, we also have the Solo Stove over there that we bought our first one, but then over time I've been given a few other Solo Stove products. But then those chairs out there, we also we bought those ourselves. You get what you pay for, so that's a lesson learned I'll talk about later. And then we built out our entire Solo Stove or fire pit zone ourselves. A friend of mine does projects like this for his job, and he was like, man, I'll help you do this. He donated the sand for our circle. I think that's like I don't know, it's like 6 feet diameter, I believe. And yeah, I have all the description there of how big that thing is over there, but we're able to fit more than just 4 people. But he donated the concrete, the sand. I just bought some bricks, and then got some friends and family, and we, you know, over the course of a few weeks, we built that out and leveled it and all that, and added little stone steps. And those stones were donated from a friend that just had some stuff left over from a project, which is pretty awesome. So again, that is kind of we wanted to have a cool hangout spot for a fire pit throughout the year. Marshmallows, just hanging out when it's cooler. A covered space with a fan, TV, eating, just enjoying your friends and family. And then I'm gonna move you over here and walk you through our concrete expansion and also our little barbecue prep space. All right, team, let's talk about the barbecue prep space and the gazebo area. and my planning and budget for it. So this used to be a grassy area, and I wanted to make the living room. I was originally going to build out an L-shaped little grill space over there, but my wife Brooke was like, hey, we need to have a hangout space that's not just all grilling stuff. So I decided to concrete this out originally before we even did the painting and the concrete staining. And so I built this out myself. The concrete, extended the concrete where this, right here, you can kind of see the lines. And then over time, then we had it refilled. And then I had contacted a friend of mine that is kind of a handyman. That's what he does for full time, and kind of gave him a vision to build out a barbecue prep space. I wanted the kind of the barbecue vibe. So we did the corrugated metal here. He did some wood trim to kind of make it finish with a nice light here. I've got an outlet on the wall right here as well. And then 3 drawers for storage, and also more storage here. You could do a trash can. Definitely things I'm learning is, you know, with rodents and stuff like that, outdoor trash cans not always the most helpful. So you got more storage if you need to put pans in here. I've got a lot of barbecue accessories in here compared to inside or the garage. And so my buddy, you know, built this out for me, and then my other friend that helped me do the fire pit area had extra granite countertop that laying around, so he gave that to me for free. And then I was able to add some metal up here to the roof, so this opening would not just be pouring rain in. So that's pretty awesome as well. And off the top of my head, it's been a few years when we built this out, but this whole section, and then he also drilled in the gazebo for me into the ground, that part, and building this out. We also did another house project, but I think it was like $1,200 or something like that with his labor. It wasn't anything crazy. He did it really affordably for me, and I'm so happy how this turned out. It looks awesome. It's super easy. And then I needed to add more grill space because I used to have, again, this used to be concrete. I used to have one Kamado Joe or a pit barrel over here, and it was really tight. And so I needed to build out. So we added right in front of me here, like a 10 by 10 space. I believe that's the dimensions. Maybe, well, it might even be, no, it would be a lot bigger than that, because the gazebo, I believe, is a 10 by 10. So I think this might be like, you know, 14 by 20 or something like that. I'll measure later and put it on the screen. And so I got the gazebo. I think it's from it's Discovery brand at Sam's Club. I think I got a deal a few summers ago for like $800. And then I had a group of friends help me build it, and then the guy that built this helped drill it into the concrete so it doesn't go anywhere. And then I've got all my Kamado Joes. Bought my first one, but then partnering with Kamado over time, they have sent me Kamados to do reviews and post recipes with as well. So I'm grateful for them. But that kind of makes up the barbecue space. I've got a spigot here that has, and we also added an outlet and a whole area here to plug in, you know, like the rotisserie, anything, the connected Joe, or if there's a pellet grill. But then also got a spigot with a split that connects my misting system from the spigot here, and I'm able to get misting above the grill space if it's really hot on a hot summer day. It's overcast and a little rainy today, and then it goes down the line. This is about 17 feet on just the living room side of the covered patio, and that you feel that really nice on hot summer days. So those are the three key areas: is the gazebo and the prep space, the living room covered patio, and the fire pit area. My wife does have, and this is not really you know, barbecue related, but we have, I guess it loosely is, but it's her passion. She's got a garden and some lifted gardens and over here, and we're going to end up adding on to her area, take out the grass and do gravel out here. And I also might put one, I'm going to see if my offset fins that I'm get hopefully fits under this gazebo, and I'm going to have to move some of the grills to storage as well, potentially. I'm going to try to, this is kind of some of the learnings, you know. when it comes to having so many grills. Most people just need one grill, but doing content creation and also learning, I like to learn just kind of how to master different types of grills. So sometimes I change grills in and out, and then I like to try. So having offset for me is more about kind of honing my craft, trying something new. I started on an offset 20 years ago, but it was when I wasn't really into barbecue as far as like a passion, and I had no clue what I was doing, and it was rusted and it was old, and I ended up not keeping it. So it's one of the reasons why I'm adding a nice offset to the channel, and just kind of learn personally, just want to continue to learn the craft of barbecue on all different grills and fire management. Let's talk about the key learnings of this space. So again, one of my biggest learnings is, and it's one that I affirm my decision is, Brooke and I's decision is, man, don't stress yourself out by financing things you can't afford or you don't have a budget for. Just be cool with phasing in your area. That's one of my, it's a positive learning. It's one that I'm grateful for. But another learning is, if you have the ability to go bigger, always go bigger. I think I would have gone, now that I think about it, I think I would have gone a little bit bigger of a gazebo. My gazebo, kind of backyard gazebo, has a little side, metal poles, and also a place to, for people to eat next to, or put plates on, or put things on it. People can kind of walk up, and if you're hanging out, I don't really use it too much, because if we're gonna eat, we're gonna go eat at the fire pit or over in the living room area. So I would probably go bigger without having the side shelves personally, and allows me to add more grills. And the reason why I didn't do any kind of built-ins for the grills is I wanted to have the capability of moving things around depending on what I might want to get into. That's part of my personality. I like to try new things, new grills, and just kind of experiment. So that is one of the reasons and learnings. I would go bigger if you can and you have the space. Otherwise, if you're limited, not a problem. But that's one of the reasons why I like having the openness. I guess, you can always go bigger when it comes to the concrete pad or a bigger gazebo, but that's definitely one of my learnings as well. Another one is related to my fire pit area. Again, it was more of a do-it-yourself fire pit zone, and again, not really my strength, so I was more of the sweat equity person. Just tell me what to do. But we didn't really seal the top really that well. I mean, we took out the grass, then we put sand in, then we put some gravel in, and then we put the stone in. But we didn't do a really thick coating of sealing, and so I would reseal that differently, because we are getting grass that's coming through it a little bit. I'm not sure if it's just whenever it gets mowed, seeds get thrown in because it's not sealed well. Someone that's watching, this is your area of expertise. I'm sure I'll hear comments on what to do there. But if you do have ideas, I love learning from others. But I need to fix that. But it still looks awesome, and we still use it tons. That's another learning. As I would seal that, but I'm super grateful doing it yourself. Saved me a ton of money. I mean, I spent maybe $150 on building out that space as far as supplies for the actual fire pit zone. So I'm really proud. I'm really proud of that, because I was able to get some friends that donated their time, but also donated some stone and sand. And that just, man, it's a huge blessing. I know that's not everyone's story, but if you have friends, it's another learning. Man, reach out to people that are in different industries to see if you're able to maybe exchange food or a service that you do to help them. And I was able to do that for them as well. And I think those are my key learnings. I think we're going to continue to add more space for my wife, and I would go bigger if we can. But over time, I wish we had a bigger backyard to do more. But that's always going to be something anyone that's watching wishes you had more. But one of the things I've learned in life, being a pastor and a Christ follower, is being content in all things. And we're super happy and grateful for what we have. But those are things you always kind of think, oh, I wish I had bigger space for just different things that I'm doing. So I think those are the key learnings I've got going on. on the backyard barbecue. Hopefully this gives you some inspiration, some ideas. And if you have any ideas of the space or things that you want to do in your space and you have questions I can help you with, drop a comment. Let me know what you think of all three of the spaces, questions you have. From my backyard to yours, less hate, more love. Good barbecue. Till next time.